All right, so here's the part of the podcast where you get like an intro or something like that. Unfortunately, we're not really great at those. So this is our introduction. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Alex.
And we're going to talk stuff.
We had a good day. It was just like kind of crappy because of like rain and stuff.
Yeah, it was real gloomy and gray. Like
we did more. We actually ended up doing more yesterday because there was this. This is just stuff you end up doing. There's like this kids event in South Slope, so below Park Slope.
Gotcha.
And
that makes sense because it's south.
Yeah, it was.
It's by Flatiron, right?
Right, it's like right next to it. You can't miss it. And so it was called Touch a Truck or Touch a something. I think it was called Touch a Truck.
Okay.
And what it was is like
I really hope it's not as simple as I think it is. I hope it's something that's completely misdirection.
No. Literally all it was is like some charitable kind of thing for like a public school, and all they did was like the street that the school was on. They just like coordinated and got all these different types of trucks, like
that's fun.
Like garbage trucks and fire trucks and an ambulance and like basically anything you could think of, like a dump truck and like all these things, like an excavator. It was like everything was parked on the street, and then the kids could just like you would like wait in line, take turns, but they could just go in them, like go in the driver's seat, cool. beep the horn, like go in the back, all that kind of stuff. So. I mean, for kids, it's like,
the best
great.
Day
And then
ever.
right, exactly. They had like food trucks there. They had a big like kind of dance kind of area. It was like, very,
I wish it was. I was like hoping it was going to be like, oh, it's like Touch a Truck.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, what's that?
You just like, oh, just touch it.
Yeah, and then they're like, all right, kid, back the fuck up.
Next. All right, next.
Excuse me. So your kid needs to get the fuck out of here.
Come on.
He's touched the truck at least twice.
Come on. Let's get it going.
Yeah, the guy who's like just like really hates it, like he's just swirling his hand like next.
Yeah. No, but he likes like transportation stuff, so it worked out well. That's very like a boy like stuff. They really, I don't know, for some reason it's probably because of all the toys you get when you're early on, like dump trucks and all this kind of like stuff. But you really he's really into like transportation vehicles. And buses, he likes buses.
I love specifically that it's not like cars. It's like no, it's transportation vehicles. It has to be like
he doesn't really care about cars as much. He likes buses and like trains. So
he's really into like transportation.
Classier modes of transportation.
Yeah, he's a real bougie car fan.
Yeah.
That's like a little
Actually,
kid.
It's funny. They had a car to go there. As if like anybody would care about going into that. But at the same time, I was thinking, some of these, maybe some of these kids like don't go into cars too often because like it's Brooklyn.
And
they
I can
like
see that. They could be like, what the fuck is this? Where am I?
What is this? Just normal small car.
Why isn't this train on a track?
Right. Yeah. What's going on?
All the kids are freaking out because they don't know like where they are. Like, why are these trains connected? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess World Cup preview?
Yeah.
Cool. Germany.
No. You can't just start out with Germany.
Preview over.
Yeah. That's kind of legit, but I think, I don't know, there's more to it. I really think there is.
Do you want to go group by group?
No, we can do that, yeah. It seems like there is... I mean, this is actually true every year, but there only seems like there's like 3 or 4 teams that could possibly win. Who
are your 3 or 4 teams?
But there's so many. There's no group of death. Correct. Every group looks. It's like weird though because every group looks like these are the 2 teams, these are the 2 teams, these are the 2 teams. So there's got to be some parity that ends up happening. There's definitely going to be some team that comes out because
I have one potential wild card who could like fuck shit up, but other than that, I feel like a lot of it is straightforward. And yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Like this can't be correct. Like there has to be.
No. There's going to be. There's definitely going to be some parity. I think like there something has to happen. Well, you want to start with favorites and then go through your groups?
Sure.
Okay. I mean,
Germany.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's hard. It's hard because For the most part, they have the same team. They don't have Schweinsteiger anymore, correct?
No, I don't think they picked him because he plays in the MLS, and everybody thinks the MLS.
No, he retired from international, I thought.
Yeah,
And then
I think even if he didn't officially, he in theory did as soon as he went to the MLS.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true. And then they don't have Lam anymore,
No.
right? So, I mean, those are two kind of key pieces. I guess now kind of
Mueller's going to be sick. De Bruyne is going to be sick.
Cruz kind of runs the show.
Khedira.
Now in the midfield. You say De Bruyne?
Yeah.
He's Belgian.
Oh, I'm not thinking of him. I'm thinking of, what's the fucking... Oh, he played for...
In the midfield?
He played for Schürrle.
Oh, yeah. You know what's funny? He played well in the World Cup.
He
but
played
then
very good in the World Cup. And then died as soon as the World Cup...
Yeah, but I told you, that's everybody. That's everybody.
They're both light-skinned, gingery, blonde kind of
We have to talk about that, the who's getting the James Award this year. But
I like that.
Anyway, obviously Germany, I mean, they really haven't lost any steam. The same coach,
because they're a bunch of fucking machines. Like, they just rotate people out, and they play with no emotion, and they just play for the Fuhrer, or whatever the fuck they play for, and they just win.
Hey, man, but what happened to the Euros then?
Very true. Well, I mean, they didn't win Euros. 2 Euros ago, they got knocked out because Balotelli single-handedly carried Italy. And I don't remember much about this past Euro other than Portugal tying everybody in penalties and playing god-awful soccer and then winning somehow.
All I remember is that I thought France was the best team, and then they just completely shrinked up at home in the final. And
they are my fourth favorite in order to win the World Cup.
Fourth, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm putting Germany.
So you're doing Germany, Brazil, and then one sec. You're doing Germany, Brazil. Okay, you're either doing Argentina. I think you're going to do Argentina, but you might do Belgium, one of those, and then
Spain.
You're going to. That's poor.
Okay.
I
think Argentina is my wild card, and only wild card for the sake of if someone else other than Messi plays halfway decent, they can do some shit, or if Messi just carries everything beyond belief and does some shit. But,
all right, well, let's just go through the groups then and talk about these because they look pretty straightforward. It's going to be interesting. So it's going to be played now. Is it going to be played across the whole continent? Or is it mainly based on like the leftmost kind of area where they did the Olympics and stuff like that? 'Cause it's a little warmer there, and I'm like, the travel times might be pretty crazy if they're going across the whole continent.
Too much. I know most of the games are going to be at the same starting times of like for us of like 9 a.m. noon.
That's what I saw. 9 a.m. noon, and then I saw the finals at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So that's your kind of standard kind of 5 hours.
So I feel like mainly like the Moscow region. I mean, they don't have too many like stadiums around that can like support shit except for like.
No, well, they have the new Olympic stuff because they just had the Olympics there. The Summer Olympics were just there.
Oh shit, that's right.
And so it's all the way.
I fucks about the Olympics, and I feel like I should, but I just could not care less. Especially now that NHL players aren't allowed in the Winter Olympics for hockey. I give no fucks.
Right. So that was played in Sochi, and Sochi is all the way on like the leftmost, like it's almost on the border of all the other countries they used to run.
The whole Iron Curtain shit.
Yeah, and it's not. I mean, Moscow's more towards the center, but not really center. But then you get into like this weird kind of Siberian, Siberian, Siberian. It's a Game of Thrones captain or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so you know what? Okay, let's go. Group A. It has Russia, obviously. So the home teams tend to do well.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll get out of this group. They should get out of this group.
As do I.
I think Uruguay everyone would say is the favorite. I mean, you have Suarez, you have Cavani. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't get out of this group pretty easily.
Those are I'm picking Russia and Uruguay. Egypt as a small chance, maybe if if he does a whole bunch of crazy shit.
He's not though. You know what's funny? Like everyone that goes in like super hot, like I don't know, it's just because it's not the same team. That's like what people don't get. It's so hard. You can't like will it. Like that's what's like good sometimes with like Ronaldo and Messi. It's like they're still the same kind of player. You know, they still kind of command the same. But like other players that aren't like on that level, Sergio Aguero, they don't really.
Fuck Aguero and fuck Higuain. Fuck that whole. Oh God,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh fuck, man. Oh God, it makes me so mad.
They don't get to that level. It's gonna be hard because Egypt is gonna be pretty.
Fucked.
I think they're going to play very defensively. That's what they are, like a defensive team. They're going to try to counter-strike with right now the hottest striker on the planet. And it's like, does he have enough gas, you know? So they're going to play that old kind of athletic way with like Costa up front and just hoping that like he can just like, you know, get a counterattack and kind of run roughshod while they play like crazy D in the back end. It's going to be pretty hard, I think, for them. They don't have like a good enough full team, and
they have a chance like if they can draw like 2 and win 1, and then if everything else works out where like one team like Uruguay like wins every game and then like Russia doesn't win 1 and then Egypt draws 2 and wins 1, like some kind of crazy shit like that. That's like their only shot in my eyes for them to go through, but I don't see that. Russia honestly, like even granted they're the home team, but like I honestly don't think they're not really like bad of a side. Like they're always kind of, they don't win, but they're always in a lot of games that they play. And I see that in Uruguay.
Right before they made the bid, they had that really good team. What was that? The 2008 team that made that. They had a little bit of run. I thought was it the 2008 team?
No, we're in 2000. No, it would have been 2010.
The 2010 team.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking about the Euros.
I was going to say they had a decent Euro run a couple of Euros ago.
Oh, okay. So I thought that's like when they initially put in the bid for this one, and they kind of had a hot team, and since then they've kind of,
whoever they fucking
cooled off a little bit. But I just think,
so Russia and
Putin will show up, score a goal, and
I was gonna say Stalin. That front line of Stalin, Lenin, and Marx is pretty fucking formidable.
Yeah, you can't get through them. All right, so that's the problem with every group is like, oh, these two, but it's like something's gonna happen here.
And then Group B.
Group B, I mean,
Portugal and Spain.
For me, this is the most straightforward group. I can't even see a way it's not Portugal and Spain.
Who is MAR?
What, Morocco?
Oh, there you go, Morocco. Yeah, they have no fucking shot.
Yeah, they haven't been in a bit, but Portugal. I don't really think they're great. Obviously, they're coming off of the Euros.
No, they fucking.
But
suck
they're
balls,
solid.
Man.
They're like and they have Ronaldo, so they have all.
Andre Gomes is gonna have to start for them, and Gomes fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they do have who? So Ronaldo, Gomes, Semedo, Renato Sanchez, Nani still. Bruno Alves.
Don't they still have? Isn't Pepe still on this team?
I don't know. We talked about this in a previous episode. Check that catalog, fans. We talked. I think he retired from international.
No, there's no way he's coming back for this.
Well, I mean, somebody's gonna need to get headbutted or stepped on. Yeah, Portugal and Spain. I don't even want to talk about this group again. Like that group fucking blows. Yeah, fuck that. Morocco's not coming through.
No. Pepe's gonna play.
Okay, there you go. Pepe's
Bruno Alves, yeah.
On to Group C. France, Australia, Peru, and Denmark. This is a tough one.
I don't...
No, I'm serious. I'm being serious, because France is coming through.
No. You're saying it's tough for the second one. I doubt you're going to not say France is not going to win.
No, France is definitely coming through as the one, and then either Peru or Denmark. Maybe actually Australia, but I say Peru or Denmark. Christian Eriksen is Danish, right?
Yeah, Christian Eriksen, and then his brother too, right? Doesn't he have a brother that plays as well?
Yeah, I don't know why I feel like his name is Stanish Eriksen, but I don't think that's it.
I mean, yeah, and I feel like this is the this would be like the Christian Eriksen like time, and he's got to be like 28 to 31 in that range. So this has got to be like his time. I mean, he is the team for the most part.
Oh, I'm throwing him in there for a qualification of guy who has an insane World Cup run.
I actually have one in my mind. So
okay, we'll save it to the end. No spoilers.
So we'll see.
We gotta call it right now. France and who else?
I'm gonna say Peru.
Oh, I'm gonna say Denmark.
Yeah,
so
that's
you.
fine. You know what? I always will just like if I really don't have like a strong team in mind, I'm gonna fall back on like Spanish teams just because the teams they play on like an every kind of year basis are like so tough that usually like one of them just surprises you, like when Colombia made their run or Uruguay made that run.
So Peru counts as Spanish because they're South American.
Yeah, sorry, South American. Sorry, I meant South American.
I was like, do I not know where Peru is?
No, yeah, I meant South American. I just feel like they play like a higher quality of just.
Well, yeah, and they play with more desperation and they press more, and they're kind of like a pain in the ass to go against.
Because who made the run? Didn't Costa Rica make the run? I mean, I know
Correct.
they're still in the CONCACAF or whatever, but I feel like they.
USA is not in it.
What?
I can't believe the USA is not in it.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. We're not good enough to be in it.
That's true. But we're yeah, that's true. Okay, fuck it.
When you're barely making it, you know.
Oh god. Fuck that shit.
You're not good enough. That's fine with me because you know what? Actually, look what happened. I'm hoping this is what happens. I mean, they have a different president.
Gives him a shot in the arm.
The federation's going a different way, and it's like, hey, this is like a wake up call. You are not good enough, and you came up with this whole like Project X thing that was supposed to.
I don't think we're ever going to be good enough though, because
no matter 2012,
no matter how good soccer is, the top American athletes are going to, not necessarily in this order, but are going to go football, basketball, baseball, maybe hockey, track and field, like some other shit. Like they're the top guys are never going to soccer.
I could see the switch only because of if. There's a couple of things. One, if this CTE / concussion / this stuff continues to rise, I feel like more parents / more whatever kids, yada yada, will be kind of geared more out of football and hockey necessarily.
Well, maybe basketball.
No, it's possible, but not everyone can succeed. There doesn't mean they're going to make 60 basketball teams. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think that they'll do that? Because that's definitely what I was thinking.
No.
Just kidding. That's not what
there'll be leftover athletes. But at the same time, I think the rise of like the Spanish population in this country, despite whatever Trump wants to do, the rise of like the Spanish population, I'm hoping will kind of add to the grassrootsness of like what's going to happen with soccer, because you really need like I was actually going to send you this Instagram video, but then I forgot. Like I don't know your Instagram or / you don't have one.
I don't have it.
Yeah. So it was like this. It was like a 3-year-old, and he's just. It has to be like in like I don't know. I want to say it's like in Mexico or in like El Salvador or something like this, right? And he's just like shirtless, and he starts the video. Someone's just filming him. And he just starts it off with this like crazy rainbow kick over his head that he then starts just like dribbling like insanely, like just keep ups.
Oh my God.
And he had to be like 3 or 4. And I was like, I wanted to send it to you and be like, this is the reason why we're never going to win the World Cup.
Well, you know what we could do is somehow.
No one's doing that here.
We could somehow if we could get like him and like other kids like him and his family to like move to America and then make them classified as Americans?
No, not even. Well, that's the Germany way. You just have to make sure like the Germany way is just have a giant military base in Dusseldorf and then just make sure like
Lewandowski's not even fucking German. He's fucking Polish.
Correct, but he could have been on the Germany team. It's just at the time he didn't feel like he was going to make it, because once you declare, you can't go back on it.
Yeah, unless you're A-Rod and you play for the DR and USA in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, but I mean, the World Baseball Classic doesn't matter.
It's a classic.
It's classically bad.
They can't just look at you. Someone came to play with his puns and his shade today.
Anyway, I think it's going to be France and Peru. I just wanted to add in about France that for all pieces they have, if this isn't it, I don't know what is. Like, they really needed to get it together. I know they just got Didier as their new coach or whatever, but I mean they have theoretically they have all the pieces.
They have a shit ton of talent.
I had so much talent, and I'm like, okay, if you cannot,
they have no toughness though, other than Conte. Like they're all like.
Yeah, but Conte, I think Conte is like the straw that stirs this. I
completely agree. But Pogba's a bitch. We'll see what Dembele can do.
Just coming out with fire, huh?
Yeah, Pogba's a bitch. He's too concerned on his fucking hair and his like image and every. I'm not saying that you can't be like concerned about both or like, but there's just too much dudes who like as part of their routine to get into the game have to put like gel in their hair and like do a bunch of shit. Those guys aren't like grabbing their bootstraps and like carrying you when shit gets tough. Like, and Pogba's one of those dudes. Like, as everyone's like getting ready for the game and stretching and warming up, he's in the mirror like making sure like his faux hawk looks good and like combing his shit. And Griezmann maybe can do some shit. Dembele maybe Matuidi's French. They have a solid defense. I just see them as soft. Like, they have a boatload of talent, and if they can get through on that talent, like, they have a shot, but I don't think he can.
The real thing is Conte has to be really good in the middle. I think...
Yeah, he has to control everything, because he's a great defender, he's a good passer,
I
he's
think,
solid as fuck.
I think if they just put him in the right spot as far as, like, if Pogba can, like, run the middle, they have so much, like, up front talent with, like, Griezmann and stuff. And like Dembele, you could put in Giroud, I don't know, Mbappe. Like, you have so much upfront talent that it's like you don't need Pogba to do his usual things. You really just need him to like pass it along. Where I'm most, scared, for them is on the back end. Even though you have Umtiti and
blows. I think he's overrated.
He's fine. He's a good center back. He's
but he's not like going to anchor your shit.
No, but they have Varane, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Varane.
So that should be like, as long as they can kind of like hold it down. I think that's where they're like the weakest. I mean, I do like their goalie too, but
and is it? I always assume Courtois is fucking French and he's Belgian. I do this every fucking
correct. Time. Yeah, they do.
They got the dude from Tottenham.
He's good.
Hugo Lloris.
Yes.
He's fucking French. They'll choke. If they couldn't get it done against fucking Portugal, Portugal sucks, and Ronaldo wasn't even in the game, and they were on their home fucking soil, and they couldn't get that shit done.
Yeah.
They're good enough to run away with their group, but I think when push comes to shove, and granted, we don't know how it's gonna like line up with who meets who in the second round and the knockouts and the semis and all that shit. But when push comes to shove and they have to meet Brazil, who has just as much talent, if not more, or they have to meet Germany, who has just as much talent, if not more, and will rip your heart out just to fucking do it because they're fucking Germany, like, I just think they'll get demolished.
I think they need... it's weird because it's not going to line up because of their talent or whatever, but if they had, like, Zidane as their coach right now, I think they'd have a little bit more like toughness about them.
Yeah, I would agree. You need to have that. You need to have multiple guys in your squad who are like.
I mean, how are you shrinking like that at home?
That's my biggest like thing. Like that. I remember that day I watched it.
Is that why? Because it is at home. It's too much.
No, I think just because they're soft. I went into that game. I watched it with my buddy, who's a big France fan, even though he's not fucking French.
Everyone wears French jerseys here. It's like crazy in the city with the French jerseys.
He genuinely, the two clubs he supports are Arsenal and PSG. Like, he's all about like the French style of soccer. Like, he loves Wenger and Pogba and like the French. Like, he's all about it.
Yeah, that's legit. Okay.
And so we went into that game, and we had planned to watch it already, and then like when it was France versus Portugal, I was like, this is gonna fucking suck. Like, this game's gonna blow. And France is gonna run away with this shit. And he was like, yeah. And I just remember us both sitting there and not conversing, and like we were just like in awe of what we were watching. I could not believe how I don't know if it's because they shrunk because there was too much pressure, but they just had so much more talent, and they fucking, I don't know if they phoned it in or what, but how do you? If anything, it should be easier. Like, if you shrunk because you were at home, that's that much worse. Like, you had an entire stadium behind you, and You were playing a garbage as fuck team on
You
the
say
other
that,
side.
hey man, you say that, but they somehow just did the Spain and just pulled every game out 1-0 or
Yeah, but when
whatever.
Spain did that, they had like world class players at every level. France had world class
Hey
players at
man,
every
the
level, and
Euros are the
Portugal
Euros.
had
I mean, you
nothing.
win that, something happened. Something good
But
happened.
everybody talked about going into it like in that final, like that Portugal got in there just on like a bunch of like random shit. They weren't playing well. They weren't a good team.
They still
Their
aren't.
only hope, okay, you're right. Like their only hope was Ronaldo, and then he was out. Like Pogba is better than that whole team combined, and they had Griezmann, and like that whole squad was such a better. Just Benzema, Griezmann, and Pogba alone are better than the entire Portugal team
Maybe they'll
minus Ronaldo.
do better without the spotlight. Because they're not. I don't think people going in to this expect a lot from them, but they're not. They don't necessarily think they'll win. So maybe that helps. And they're not at home, maybe some of that helps.
Well, they're definitely good enough to get through the group. I think they get through the knockout in the next round. I think they probably go to like the Elite Eight or maybe the Final Four. But when they come up against the big dudes, I don't know if they get the job done or not. And actually, no, I take that back. They don't get the job done, especially if they somehow come against like Germany. Like,
but that's the only team. I don't think if you said France versus Brazil,
I'm taking Brazil.
All right, I don't really. I mean,
because of their toughness piece.
I know Brazil's a little bit more organized now, as opposed to whatever they were running. The Neymar or bust situation that they were running under last World Cup, but like a little bit more. I want to see it. I want to see it.
That's what she said.
On the level. I mean, last time I saw them on the World Cup, they lost 7-1. So I just want to see it a little bit.
Silva.
No, I know. I just want to see it a little bit. So
that's what she said.
I mean, I really like France can put some heat on them on the defensive end. So
sure they could, and a pig could fly out of my ass.
Okay, so let's go Group D.
Argentina and Croatia.
Okay, well, I actually think this one is my might be my biggest toss-up, or second biggest toss-up, and that. I like Iceland. I don't know.
I kind of like Iceland. I also think Nigeria isn't bad.
They made a nice run, obviously, in the Euros.
They got a bunch of dudes with sweet names. They all look like Vikings.
They certainly have a bunch of dudes with sweet names. And Iceland has the guy that I think is going to make some noise.
What's the name? He's your guy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Gylfi?
Oh, okay.
Why? Who'd you think I was going to say?
No, I couldn't remember his name, but I was thinking.
Oh, Sigmundsson. Yeah, I just think he definitely is somebody that I could see I don't know. I mean, if there's anybody that's scoring goals on that team, it's him. So if I think they're going to do somewhat well, it means he has to kind of have a great. The only thing, it is hard for me to say they're going to beat Croatia because on paper Croatia is like
Modric and Rakitic are going to have a nasty as fuck midfield.
They're like whoa, but how come they never really take it then? If you have Rakitic and Modric and Mandzukic and how come you never really on paper that's wow, these guys are gonna run shit, but it never really turns out that way.
No,
they just play a conservative style maybe.
They also, I don't think they have the finishing pieces to get it. They have a good midfield.
Mandzukic isn't bad.
Cool shit. No, but you have to hope for him. Their team is Rakitic, Modric, Mandzukic, and then hopefully someone else can do some shit. That's their plan.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think about Argentina? I mean, obviously barely made it. Not looking good. Really never looks good. I obviously the last World Cup I thought they were. I mean, they look like a kind of a weird destiny team in that they were winning all these weird 1-0 things. Messi was pulling things out of his ass. And I felt like if they didn't do it then, they're not going to do it. I still kind of feel like that. I feel like they're not a good team. I don't think...
No, they're not a good team.
I don't think changing coaches every 60 days is going to help them either, but...
No, their team sucks. The only way they have a shot to make any... I think they're good enough to come out of the group because Messi. The only way they're doing anything is A, with favorable matchups in the knockout rounds and semis and all that shit, And then it's either, like I said, to lead it off, it's either one of two things. Either Messi fucking just does some crazy shit and carries them to the final, or Di Maria shows up, or Dybala shows up, or somehow Aguero decides not to fucking suck. Somehow Higuain decides not to fucking suck. But they're like the only other reliable person on Argentina is Mascherano. That's it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Else. I actually think one of them will show up this time for some reason. But
I'm hoping it's Di Maria. I think he works well with Messi, and I think they can make some noise. But I think a lot of this comes down to it's either one of two things. Either Messi does some crazy shit and scores a whole bunch, or everybody converges onto Messi, and then someone else has to bury one. And that's what Germany did to him, and Higuain decided that he didn't know how to play soccer a whole bunch. But hopefully, but there's no excuse for Aguero this time, because last World Cup was well, he's not fit, and he's coming off an injury, and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So, and that's also their problem, too. Their whole team is attack. If you could take, the Croatian midfield and add it to Argentina, that would be a sick fucking team.
Actually, no, I'd want Croatia's midfield with France's up front.
No, but I mean just from that group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean if we're just combining things from everywhere.
I mean, if we're just combining things, okay.
No, that's not what we're doing. We're just
yeah, I see them being a little bit better. I was going to ask, do you think Di Maria or Higuain could have one of those World Cups where it ends up to Chelsea's hot on their tails, or Liverpool's hot on their tails, after having a resurgence, right?
Di Maria, yes. Higuain, no, because I do not think. I think Di Maria will be the other person to show up. Mm-hmm. He's never shrunk in the big moments for Argentina. He's just gotten hurt. So, knock on wood, as long as he doesn't get hurt, I think he'll play well. Higuain, on the other hand, is a big game choke artist and is the king of scoring 5 goals against Torino and shitty teams. I think Di Maria could be that guy.
He did have that. I mean, I remember he did have that miss in that Germany game, and It was bad. You have to be a skilled player, but I think any sort of attacking midfielder / striker, 85% of the time would land that in the back of the net, and it was just very poor. Very poor.
And
and I remember I was that was it. That was the game.
Yeah, that happened, and it wasn't the 20th minute or 15th or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they missed that, I was they're fucked.
It was a bad defensive. I think it was a defensive miss kick almost from Lahm or somebody.
Yeah, and then the Germans were trying to play it was offsides, and it wasn't. And Higuain just shitted it.
Yep.
I would never, if I met Higuain in person and he was hey, how you doing? I would punch him right in the fucking mouth. I just hate him.
You wouldn't even know him if you met him in person.
Are you kidding me? I know what Higuain looks like. I never forget that fucking face.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
I know. I also have a good memory and I'm good with faces. But yeah, if you'd be hey, I'm Gonzalo Higuain, I'd be hey, fuck you. I'd punch him right in the face.
All right, what about Group E here?
Brazil.
Yep. Well, so would you say they're the second favorite going in? Basically, everyone thinks it's Germany or Brazil, right?
Yeah, probably just off of name recognition. I think there's a chance people might be a little down because Neymar's hurt and looked like shit, but just off of talent alone, you have to.
But he could take it to the next level in this World Cup.
He very much could do a lot of shit. I actually think Coutinho is going to have a fucking insane World Cup.
He should.
He's really good.
He played great today.
Yeah, I'm actually very
evergreen.
Fuck. Oh, there goes this episode. We're fucked now.
No, he's obviously he could really take it to the next level as far as just helping Neymar out offensively on that team.
I think Neymar and Coutinho do a bunch of crazy good shit and carry them. Granted, I don't know how the whole how the matchups line up and who plays who next after they advance past the groups, but
I never get any of that until the commentators tell me when the round robin's almost done.
But I would go if it lined up this way, I would call for a Germany Brazil World Cup.
Like, is it usually just like the 1 in A plays the 2 in B, and the one in B
I don't
plays the
think
2 in A?
I don't know if it's that way or if it's like random and it's like the 1A plays like 2H and they start that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't fucking remember.
All right. Well, who's your second team out of here? Costa Rica or Serbia or
No,
Switzerland? I don't know.
Well, you're just gonna name all the teams in the group.
Yeah, I just name everybody. No, I think Costa Rica. Well, I don't.
I'm gonna
really,
say Costa Rica.
I guess I don't really know, but I'm gonna say Costa Rica only because they made a run last year. I'm
gonna say Costa Rica. What's his face? Is their goalie Keylor Navas, and they play a really nice, like, high intensity attacking. Like, even when they're on defense, like, they're attacking and they're pressing. Like, they play like a real frenetic, like, pacey style that I think is a bitch to play against. Like, I could see them drawing against Brazil and then, like, beating Serbia and Switzerland.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Costa Rica as my 2.
I mean, I guess it's just completely dominant on Brazil. And that,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Brazil comes out of that group hardcore.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go to F, which I actually think is my other kind of intriguing group.
For who gets 2.
For what?
For who gets number 2 out of that
group. Yeah.
Because Korea's the 1.
Group D and F, I like them.
Yeah, I like letters.
So Germany, I think clearly everybody thinks they're the favorite. We talked about that earlier. Mm-hmm. And South Korea is not the South Korea of like 2002. I don't know. It's like not the. And they're solid. I mean, they always like make World Cups and stuff, but they're not going to do anything otherworldly. Mexico always makes it to the Sweet 16s, basically. So you would imagine they're going to come out of the group. But though I think the wild card might be that Sweden's playing really well without Zlatan, and they seem organized. They seem like they're playing very well. I think they're on like a win streak right now. But it's all like, does Zlatan come out of retirement to go to this, and do they want him if he is going to come out of retirement?
Well, they can't say no to him if he comes out. Like, they're
it's hard because you can't say no.
No, they're forced to be like, yeah,
right. But they're playing better. It's not so centric.
Right, but it doesn't matter.
Playing a better game.
They would. I think.
I know they had to take him.
He would fuck their shit up, like, in a bad way. But
So you like Mexico then?
Yeah, I don't see them not coming out.
Mexico's just like, okay.
I don't know if I'm ready to put Sweden up on the level of being like, yeah, they're gonna come out of a group for sure. Like, if Sweden came out as the 2 in this group,
do you think they could win 1-0 versus Mexico? I mean, it's not.
They could. Yeah. Like, again, like, if they were to come out of this group as the 2, I wouldn't be floored, but I don't expect it. But they could. But if I was a betting man, I would take Mexico.
All right, I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm going to go to what I think is the second worst grouping.
Belgium and England. Let's not even talk about the rest of it.
England is not good.
No, they're not. But they're better than Tunisia and fucking Panama.
I don't know if they are, like, because they have Harry Kane. Like,
literally, fucking Harry Kane, Vardy. God, Vardy is so sweet.
It's crazy because
Kyle Walker.
What a missed opportunity! They just lost that whole generation. You know that all these guys are like Gerrard
and Jack.
Yeah, they just lost the Rooney,
then I remember when everybody else was coming up, and then it was like, oh, like, it's going to transition perfectly because, like, Rooney will be there, and then, like, young Jack Wilshere and young Oxlade-Chamberlain and all these dudes, and they just never pan out or hit what they... I think their best chance to do anything, and I don't know if they're gonna, would be to start Harry Kane and Vardy up front, because Vardy is so good fucking finishing, and his speed is so gnarly, and Kane is such a clinical finisher, but they never play Vardy in international competitions. They always bring him off the bench. I'm hoping they start him. I mean,
we'll see. We'll see. Don't they have that new guy in? Maybe he's been there for like a year or two now, but they have a new coach. Yeah. But I'm interested to see what they do. Also, like, if you think like we're like a mock, like somebody to like be mocked, I just think like England, as far as like it being like or like the sport.
we're like the
I don't wanna say it's
originators of
originated
it.
there,
Exactly.
but it has the most
Exactly.
powerful league. It's like saying like the NBA players, like we always go to the Olympics and we lose every year.
Yeah, and they always lose tragically or do so, like, and there's always.
It's like what?
But then I wonder with that too, like,
Nothing. You have the best play. Obviously, we have the NBA is different. All the players are American, but
100%. But there's
like no homegrown.
I
don't know.
They're amped up. I don't think they're ever good enough to get the job done, but they're always amped up.
They were a few of those years. I mean, they had some good talent.
Their best chance was when Michael Owen was running hot. Like, those teams were their best chance. But unfortunately for them, those times were also when France was really fucking good, Brazil was great, Italy was really good. Like, they were never good enough to be on the elite level and on the god tier level that they had to be with other countries. And I still think they're not. But they have this... I feel bad for some of them in a lot of ways because there's so much, like, unworldly pressure that's placed on them. Every World Cup, like, even just the way everybody talk, like, the way people just talk about the Premier League as if it's like some other thing, and then when you go to have to play for the country, and there's so much pressure, especially in this one, because then, like, everybody's going to expect England to come out of this group like fucking super easy, and then it's going to be like, oh, so we're already advancing out of the group. What comes next? And I feel like they always just set themselves up for failure due to the expectations that they set, for better or for worse. Because, again, they see themselves as, like, the mecca of soccer. And, I don't think they have... I think they have the talent to make some noise, but I don't think they can come through.
Well, I just think...
Although they have a better defense this year than they have had in past years.
Obviously, they don't have as strong a club as in past years. I don't think that's, like, saying something crazy. But I really think, their time to get it done was when they had all that homegrown talent that was just playing for Man U. Like, when they had all those guys...
like fucking Giggs and Beckham and Scholes and
all those guys. Because then they had Rio Ferdinand back then too, like when he was younger, and they had Owen, and they had like.
That's so funny that it's like, hey, Rio Ferdinand, what country does he play for? And you're like, England. What's his first name? Rio. Oh yeah, English.
Even if you go a little further towards the end of their reign, but the beginning of like I guess this next round of people, I guess Beckham wasn't really at his heights at this time, but I was gonna say the 06 squad was when they started getting in like the John Terrys and like Ashley Coles and the.
They had
Jamie
a really
Carragher's.
good chance in the 2010 one. That was when they got fucked by that handball by Michael Ballack, I think, or like that Germany team that had Michael Ballack. They got fucked with that. That was like their best chance. That was when Rooney was in like his prime. And was just finishing everything that came to his foot.
Yeah.
Gerrard was finishing a little at the end. Like, but they've always just been off in some way. Which, what makes me think that, like, this will be the World Cup that, like, they'll win it all. They have a better defense, and maybe because nobody expects a lot.
No, it's not. They're weak.
Yeah, they just never... There's always just something off. They're always, like, elite or really good in one area, and then just not good enough in the other two. And... yeah, it's kind of like a really tragic thing, but they also are obnoxious assholes about their soccer all the time, so fuck them.
All right, wow, okay. But you think they get out of the group, right?
Definitely. Them and Belgium come through. It wouldn't shock me if them and Belgium, like, win every game that they play against everyone else other than the ones when they play each other.
Can we talk about Belgium then a little?
Sure.
Like,
you want to talk about waffles?
Same story as France. Like,
but they're better.
Maybe.
I have, just because of
they
Courtois.
have no defense.
No, but Hazard, both of them, Lukaku, and then...
Hazard didn't even play well in the last World Cup.
Yep, but he's still one of like the top 5, maybe worst, one of the top 10 players in the world, maybe potentially top 5. Lukaku can finish all day. De Bruyne is sweet. Courtois is one of the best goalies in the world. What's his face? The dude who plays for Roma, like Neng, whatever his name is, with the shaved head and the mohawk, he's fucking sick, and all the tattoos. Plus, they have cool uniforms. I think they could do some serious damage if they could put their shit together. I think they move farther than France.
Well, I think Hazard needs to get his shit together as far as...
He doesn't look good with Conte and
just internationally, I mean...
Oh,
De Bruyne is like, he played very well last time, so I kind of expect if he plays the similar way, and if they could just get the ball to Lukaku, you would think they'd be crazy because Courtois on the back, Hazard, like De Bruyne, and then just
Company's gonna play a center back for him. Company's a good leader.
I mean, he gets injured though. That's their problem.
Fellaini. Fucking hate Fellaini.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Also, they just I saw this earlier, but they got Roberto Martinez is their coach, which is like, I think a little random, but
yeah, definitely a little random.
He's a solid coach. It's just like, obviously he's coming from, it's his first international kind of thing, but it'll be interesting to see how they play. I mean, but this is it. I mean, they have to, this is it, right?
Yeah, this is their shit.
Okay. Like, they can't be. I felt like maybe 4 years ago, everyone was like, "Oh, the dark horse." Oh, you know who? If you really know soccer, you know who you want to pick. Like they were that team, right? Exactly.
Oh, just go with your shit from earlier. It is the round of 16. The first knockout is like the winner. Yeah, the winner of Group A plays the runner from Group B. The winner of Group C plays the runner from Group D, and so on.
Okay, so we can go back and look at that a little bit then.
We 100% can't do that.
Okay, so, and then an H, which I think is the worst group.
Japan.
Is Colombia, Japan, Poland, and Senegal.
Colombia and Poland.
God, I don't even care.
And Poland. I don't even care. I hope they don't do shit just because I know Yuri Mina starts for Colombia, and fuck Yuri Mina right now.
I mean, it's got to be Colombia, and then
Japan.
I think it's gonna be Japan. They're just solid. They like have people that know how to play. They just like play organized. They're not spectacular, but
it could be Japan or Poland. I wouldn't be shocked if it was Poland.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. I mean, obviously Lewandowski can just do whatever. I mean, he could just take a game over if he, I don't know, not if he chooses to, but like he can, you know, kind of be a one-man wrecking crew.
Senegal.
All right, let's go back to this then. So if you're saying,
hold on, let me go to the thing. So you look at I'm looking at
going back up to the top.
Good. I'm looking at how the bracket plays out. So the round of 16.
Problem. So yeah, I know. That's what I was going to go to. It's Uruguay versus.
All right, Dick. So
to you, it's Uruguay, Portugal.
So Uruguay is winning Group.
God, that's a spicy round of 16 right there.
Spice.
Damn.
Spice.
Yeah, man. You got the Euro final winner versus, I mean, a legit squad. Suarez versus Ronaldo. That's hard.
I take Portugal.
That's probably the toughest. I bet when we go through this, that'll be the toughest round of 16 game.
I would feel pretty hard done if I were Uruguay that I had to fucking play that. I'm taking Portugal.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. And then
Spain win. No, Spain doesn't lose Group B. Yeah, I'm taking Portugal.
I mean, it's possible. Uruguay, Spain is tough too, but
I'm taking Portugal over Uruguay.
Yeah. Let's do it that way, and that means Spain has to face Russia.
So hold on. Yep.
How do you feel about that?
Oh shit! But it gets like it doesn't go straight down with their things, right? So the first
A, B, C, D.
So the winner for Group A plays the runner-up of Group B. Then the bracket. So the winner of that game, which in this
I don't care about after that. I don't care about after that.
Oh, you don't care about after that?
No, just round of 16s.
Oh, all right, fine.
We'll talk about what do we think maybe the final four would be. It's too hard to do after that because it gets weird.
No, it's very easy. Okay, fine. Yeah, and then let's see. The winner of Group B plays the runner-up from Group A. So yeah, we're looking at Spain, Russia, and I'm taking Spain. Yeah,
I think most people are. See, that's the thing. Something's gonna happen here. Some team always makes a run. There's always a Uruguay. There's always a Ghana. There's always a team that. So I mean, Colombia made a little bit of noise, but
some noise.
There's got to be a team. What's the team?
Chile did it a couple years ago.
Exactly right. What's the team? I don't know.
Well, it depends because does it have to be a team that like nobody's expecting? Like,
no.
Does Spain count? Or
Spain could count because I don't. Spain could count because I don't think people have high expectations to them.
I think Spain could count. I think
But
Argentina could count as well because I
if
don't
you
think
win a
people.
group, then it's a little.
That's true. I think Spain could count. I think Argentina could count because they're underestimated. I honestly think that this World Cup is people are looking at Germany and Brazil and everyone else.
No, that's why I think everybody. And you know what? Most people are going to watch this, as far as from our country, don't know the other teams. Like, they're just going to be like, oh, Neymar, yeah. Oh, Messi, oh, yeah. Ronaldo, yeah. Oh, Germany always wins? Oh, okay.
Hey, what time does USA play?
9 a.m.
When
I'm at work.
When does Canada come on?
All right, so let's keep going down. Then it'd be France versus Croatia.
Yes, so the winner of Group
That's
C
tough.
plays the runner from Group D.
Yes, I know. This is what I'm telling you. I already have it.
Yeah, I'm just being sarcastic, guy. You need to calm the fuck down. You know who I am. So say it again. France plays who?
Croatia.
Oh, France.
That's tough, though, right? That's a tough match.
Yeah, it's definitely not
Not a cakewalk.
no. Oh, France. I take France. Could Croatia be the dark horse team?
Yes, absolutely. If Mandzukic has a really...
Who's your dark horse team? You got to call it now because we got a lot of people in the field.
Well, Iceland. I told you. I like Iceland.
As the dark horse team that comes through and so wait, they're
Yeah,
the
if
Uruguay from 2006.
Dude, if Iceland gets to the group, out of the group stage, everyone will be talking about them like crazy. My only fear is that they already did it in the Euros, and so it's hard to recoup that 2 years later.
So they are. So who is the Uruguay of 2010 of this World Cup? You're saying it's Iceland.
Oh, how far is that? What's that? Final Four?
Yeah, they went to the finals. They went to the Final Four.
There isn't one. There doesn't have to be that. It's just what team do you think makes a run? I don't think the Final Four is going to be anything. The Final Four to me is the women's final NBA, the women's college basketball Final Four. I don't. It's 1-1-1-1. I don't think it's going to be that mixed bag.
That's fair.
So then Argentina faces Denmark or Peru.
Cool. So good for Argentina. So they're through.
That is pretty good, actually.
So they have to come out first in their group.
Yeah, or they're gonna have. That's gonna be rough. Playing France straight away is gonna be tough. Yeah, they basically have to. So that's gonna be important for them. All right, Brazil versus Mexico.
Brazil. So we don't even need to talk about those because Brazil is winning, and then whoever Germany plays.
Oh God, Costa Rica, Germany. I feel so bad for them. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're fucked.
All right. Well, this doesn't even matter. Belgium, Colombia. No, Belgium, Japan. Sorry.
Belgium. Ooh, Colombia, Great. England.
Ooh, Colombia, England would be nice.
I'm taking England. No, because Poland would be
No, I know.
Well, whoever Belgium plays, I think they're beating. England, Colombia, I'm going to take England.
Group H doesn't matter to me. Okay, next.
Well, that's it.
No, I know. Okay, so what was your next thing with the 8, you're saying, when you have them?
Oh,
then A2 plays H4 Battleship?
So the winner of Group... So in the 16, the winner of Group A played the runner-up in Group B. So we decided that was...
No, this is getting too complicated.
Yeah,
okay.
No. Portugal came through, right? We decided that Portugal beat Uruguay.
Yes.
So, oh God.
No, too complicated. Okay, let's just go to who we think could possibly be in the Final Four. I don't care if it matches up perfectly.
Portugal would play France.
No, we're giving this up. Okay,
it's super fucking easy, guy.
No, it's not. You just took way too long.
No, I didn't. It took less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, but we don't.
Because I had to go back to the page.
This works.
We're already over by 30 minutes, man.
I understand that. I can read the clock. We're going to have to cut some of this out.
I'm going to fucking cut all your parts out.
That's fine. That'll cut it good. We'll get under 45.
Yeah, we'll leave all the cut out all
that'll be fine. That'll be fine with me. So who do you think, let's just do a Final Four of who do you think? I mean, obviously you're saying Germany, Brazil. Who do you think the other two are that get there? Regardless of how the shakes out, the seeding and stuff. Who do you think are the strongest teams, I guess, other than those two?
Well, strongest. I don't think the strongest teams on pay. I think it's Germany, Brazil.
I said besides Germany,
Belgium.
Brazil.
Hey, shut the fuck up! I'm doing my list.
Okay.
So let's see.
Belgium, really? Belgium? Okay.
So I'm gonna start
You
with.
love
I'm
Hazard.
gonna start
Oh
with.
my
I'm
God.
gonna start with Germany,
Okay, yeah. Who else?
Brazil,
Wait, who's the first one?
Germany,
Oh God.
and then I think Brazil. So just a quick recap: Germany and Brazil, then Belgium.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, long
Now,
pause. Okay,
I'm
come on,
gonna-
man.
Germany, Brazil, Spain, Argentina.
Wow, poor. Okay.
It's
Spain
what
is
I'm
not
thinking of
good.
how the brackets are going to work out.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Yeah, I don't necessarily know or care how they're going to work out. I'm just going off of like the
Well,
strongest
that's
team.
a huge thing.
I'm
Like
gonna-
your Final Four
No,
possibility might not
you're
even be
totally-
a realistic
I mean-
possibility.
No, obviously, because what happens if Germany faces Brazil? They're E and F.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
No, I know, but we're not here to figure that out. I'm not gonna sit here for 3 hours while you like.
It took
play
30
dominoes
seconds to
with it.
figure out
No,
one.
it took way too long.
No, it did not. Oh, God.
Yes, it
and
did.
now we're wasting more time arguing about how long
Yeah,
it
you're
took.
gonna have to cut it out.
I'm not. I'm leaving all of it. You can fuck off.
All right.
Your attitude is. Give me your
Let's
Final Four.
see.
Are you including Germany and Brazil?
Yes, I am. Germany, Brazil, France, and
Japan.
no, it's hard with this last one. I guess
It's a toss-up.
it's weird.
For
Yeah.
multiple teams. It's so tough too because honestly, it's like we've said, it's Germany and Brazil, and then everyone else.
Yeah, I guess I wish I knew what the matchups were, but
Oh,
if it's just
I'm
best
sorry.
team,
Say that
let's
again. Say that again.
Germany, Brazil,
Wish you knew what the matchups were.
Germany, Brazil, France,
So Germany and Brazil.
Uruguay.
Wowzers!
I kind of like how they're. I kind of like them.
So Uruguay's going to beat Portugal.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
Okay.
Like I don't think Portugal and Spain are really up to snuff at all. I mean, Spain would have to. I mean, basically, you're telling me that Costa or Morata is having like a otherworldly
No,
kind of.
I think Isco has it.
I don't. But he's not going to be the one putting him away necessarily. But
Isco's going to have a fucking nuts as fuck World Cup.
I
And
have
then
to see it.
Costa's going to finish, which makes me sad because I hate Costa.
No, I'd have to see it. I'd have to see it.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I don't. Yeah, I don't see it from them. I think they kind of had their time. They're dipping a little. So
They have a good mix of veteran leadership and some young talent. They got speed. They got ball possession. They play good
all right,
defense.
Wait, so who do you think wins? Like in
The World Cup?
Yeah,
Germany.
Germany wins the World Cup again. 2 years.
think
I mean, well, who's the last one he won back to back?
Nobody. Brazil.
It had to be. Obviously, it has to be Brazil.
The
But
90s Brazil teams.
No, they didn't win back to back.
I don't remember. No, they won two.
They
They won
there
3
was-
out of 4.
there was-
Yeah, didn't they win 3 out of 4?
No.
Italy
Oh.
won in 2006.
2006.
Germany or Brazil won in
We-
2002.
We already went over this.
Oh, they
Yeah.
won 2 out of 3.
Yes, 2 out of 3. Yeah.
Yes, they went 2002 and then 94. Right?
What'd you say?
Brazil won in 2002 and 94. Right? Because France won in 98.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I thought like
I always
the
forget
last. I don't know the last team. It had to be Brazil. It had to be like the last
repeat
team.
winners. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not.
It has to be Brazil. I don't even unless it's Germany,
It's
but
probably
it has
it's probably a Pele Brazil team.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I guess I could see like in Italy or something.
There's only two
Really, they
ways.
traded- It
There's-
doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I just don't think. I don't think it'll happen. I don't know. For
The
some
only
reason,
way Germany
it's very
loses,
hard.
there's
Very
there's
hard.
only 2 chances. Either Messi does something fucking amazing and carries Argentina to a World Cup, or Neymar and the Brazil squad are just that fucking good and they win it.
I think Brazil could win it, and I just think the Germany team that won, that this team is not as good as that team. And they really took it down to the wire. I mean, obviously the Brazil game was the Brazil game, but that Argentina game could have gone either way.
Well, yeah, went to fucking extras, and then fucking what's his face? Götze's goal was like a not probable goal. No,
good. I mean, good. He put a good hit on it,
no,
I guess, but it was a weird angle.
It wasn't like a
hopping one leg kind of.
Yeah, that was like a FIFA goal when you like hold the power button down too much. Exactly. You're like, how the fuck did that go in?
Exactly. But I don't think their squad is as good as that squad, and if that's kind of what it took last time, I think they might trip up at some point. Now they're going to get to the. I mean, do they ever not get to the Final Four? No. They'll get there, but if they have to face Brazil in the semis or the final, I would lean towards Brazil.
That's fair.
I don't know, because like you got to think they're going to control the mid. They can control the midfield if they want to. They're not as good on defense as they were, and then Mueller still needs to have turn into that World Cup player that he is.
Right.
So for them to really put away goals, he puts away so many goals, but I don't know. I just think Brazil has a really good chance. I think they're playing really well going into it. So it kind of strikes me as one of those, like the NCAA tournament this year where it's Villanova and Duke look good, blah, 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 your usual, if you're not really paying attention, but it's there's not there's not the team. Or the teams, it's okay, I'm just going off of past history and probability rather than oh man, no, this team is really freaking solid. Everyone's saying the same two teams because they're the only two teams they think are worth anything. Everybody else is well, on any kind of given day, I guess anybody can, Belgium's got, everyone has knocks against them.
Yeah, that's true. I just see Germany they reload
I could see France just turning it on a little bit. I could see Belgium just turning it on and just winning, but I don't know.
Perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps.
So you think Germany and Brazil in the Final Four?
In the Final Four?
So you got Germany and Brazil, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
yeah, as long as that's how the brackets shape out and they're not facing each other in the
yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like we should have talked about how the brackets were going to go.
No, whatever. It's just you could just do best teams. You don't try to do that necessarily. I mean, I guess when they're doing bracketology, I feel beforehand they're not trying to figure out what Joe Lenardi is gonna come up with in his bracket mind. You're just you know what, Villanova's pretty solid. I don't need to, obviously I'm not doing the brackets until they come out, but you have a pretty good idea beforehand.
Right.
And I just think
having going to be in the Final Four, you can't be oh well, I think it's going to be Villanova and Kansas, and then someone's well, they're in the same region, so they can't be in the Final Four.
Well, I think but I think beforehand, the
matchups play so huge. That's how a Uruguay or somebody always gets to the Final Four or the semis because the way the bracket shapes out, they don't have to play certain teams.
No, but there's not there's not upsets or whatever. I mean, there's just unlikely. There's unlikely things will happen. There's
correct. That's what an upset is.
Yes, there's definitely going to be some. I think there could be more this year than any of the other years.
Well, because again, the parity aspect of it is so we've said for the 90th time, it's Germany and Brazil, and then everyone else. So we've made. Yeah, we think, it'll be Colombia and Poland, but it could be Colombia and Japan, and then maybe England doesn't come out, or maybe England goes farther, maybe France fucking kills it, maybe France shrinks up, maybe Belgium goes on a huge run, maybe they don't live up to the hype. There's so many, I don't know, maybe Argentina looks like dog shit and doesn't come out of the group. There's so many things.
On paper, I guess, in my mind, the best teams are France, Brazil, Belgium, Croatia, and Germany in some order, but I like France.
Croatia?
Yeah, on paper I think they're good.
I just anything else but the three guys we mentioned.
Yeah, so I no, I think on paper they have a solid squad. Their defense isn't like horrible. It just has a bunch of like kind
I'd
of
take England over Croatia.
no. England is like ravaged. No, if you look at look at their squads. I'm telling you, like you're just thinking because of Harry Kane
No.
and because you really like Vardy. But I'm telling you,
I love the fuck out of Vardy.
But England historically has not been able to play like defense in any sort of like shape and manner. But
Right.
Croatia is just a bunch of no-name guys, but at least they'll like keep the line and like they'll be like, oh okay, like these no-name guys, okay, they can just win 1-0 all the time. They're a team that can win 1-0 all the time. Where England probably has to win like 3-2.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just the way I like look at it. Like I think if you just strictly go on paper, it'd be Brazil France actually, because I really don't.
Well,
love
yeah.
Germany,
if you're going on paper, yeah, France. Like we said, France.
I think that would be an awesome final. Oh my god, that would be an awesome final. But just all offense, like 8-7.
There'd be no defense whatsoever. I guess that's
That'd be
what
great.
offense means. That'd be entertaining as fuck for people who want to see soccer. Like it'd be like, oh, so like that fucking
great.
The Tottenham Leicester game on Saturday was great. Fucking 5-4
Right.
Tottenham, like just nonstop back. Yeah, that was a good fucking thing.
Exactly. All right, let's cut that one there, I guess.
Sounds good. Okay, so this is the part where you get an outro to let you know that the episode's over, but just like the intro, we're not good at outros. So we hope you liked the episode, and if you didn't, take a long, hard look at yourself.
In the mirror.
You sound like an idiot.
Thanks.
You sound like a big idiot.
Okay. In a good way or a bad way?
I don't know yet. I'm going to have to listen to it.
Okay, that's fine. All right, do it again.
In the mirror.
All right, go ahead.